Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have done with the lighting part of this particular modular kitchen over here. So in the last tutorial, what we had seen over here is like we have set up some light passes, we have rendered some ambient occlusion. So go into the render setup, you can see we have set up some of the light passes over here, and I have rendered this light passes. Let's see it one by one. First is your diffuse filter, one is your atmosphere. So if you want to reduce the atmosphere over here, that can be done. You can go into this environment and you can work with this fog distance over here. You have option for fog distance. You can increase, decrease this fog distance accordingly by varying this to Vray environmental fog. So I have reduced it, but still it looks a bit more, but if you want, you can do that. So diffuse filter, your global illumination, your illuminance, Vray lighting, reflections, refraction, Vray self-illumination is not there, Vray shadows, specular. So specular might be a bit of a shine where you have assigned some copper shaders over here and your Z depth. So now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be saving each of this light passes. So let's just save it. Let's click on the save. I have also rendered the ambient occlusion pass. So let's go into this. I have, okay, in the March folder, I have generated this ambient occlusion pass. We'll keep it as it is. So let's just save it. This is your atmosphere and save it in JPG. Diffuse filter, save it in JPG. Global illumination, so just name it as GI and save it. Illuminance, save it in JPG. So first let's all save all this passes over here. Lighting, reflection, save it in JPG. Refraction, self illumination is not there, we won't save it. Shadows, so there are n number of passes which we have generated. Specular, Z depth, alright. So once you have saved it, so let's go into Photoshop. Let's just combine all this light passes over here. So for that, I'll go into this. Let's open this passes one by one. So let's first take a diffuse pass over here, and whenever you start up, just rename this passes. File, open. Let's take ambient occlusion pass. So now we have taken this ambient occlusion pass also over here. So let's just put this pass on top of diffuse over here, rename it OCC, and let's change the blending mode over here. So let's put some blending modes over here. So as you can see, I have put a blending mode over here, that is your soft light. If you off this pass, you will see that the depth is gone. You get a soft depth over here because of this occlusion pass over here. So you can add this over here in this way. Go into file, open, and you can take a reflection pass. So there are a lot of reflections, so just put on top of it reflection, and let's again change the blending mode. Okay, this looks much better. So let's go into this. This is looking better. You can see the reflections. Even you can go with soft light or overlay. Screen is also looking good. We can keep it as screen, much better. Go into file, open. Let's give refraction. You can add a refraction pass. So let's again change the blending mode. Okay, this looks much better. Screen, I think overlay. Okay, this is looking much better. That's your linear dodge, or you can keep it as screen also. Multiply, no, multiply won't go with it. Okay, this is looking better. Go into file, open, and let's take a light pass. So that's your lighting pass. Change the blending mode. Okay, screen is better. So this is your lighting pass. We can see. Again, go into this global illumination. That's your GI. So change the blending mode. Okay, much better. We have kept it as soft light. Soft light is much better for this GI. open again illuminance. We can use illuminance also over here. So before that we can use Vray. Okay, we'll go with illuminance. Required we can. Okay. File open. Now I'll take over here as specular. So we have some specular which was just left out. Okay, we'll give this specular. You can see this. Alright. Now you have Vray atmosphere. Let's take this, put it on top of it. So just name it as screen. Looks good, but we'll check out some other also. Color dodge, linear, lighter color, overlay. No. Screen is perfect over here. Slightly we can reduce its opacity if required. And go again into this shadows. Already the shadows are coming, so I'll off this. I'll just push it down. Okay, we'll off this, we don't need it. File open. So I'll take a pass that is Z depth over here. So let's just take a Z depth pass. So just take a Z depth pass. It's giving you a bit of depth. Okay, now looks much better. So Z depth. So let's see all the passes right from start. Your diffuse, occlusion, reflection, refraction, lighting, GI, illuminance, specular, Z depth and atmosphere. So we can go into this and we can add some color balancing if required. We can do some kind of color balancing also. We can go into this, we can work with the contrast a bit and reduce the brightness. You can again go into this and give some photo filter if required. Not much, a bit. So this texture, we can change this. Let me see what we can keep over here for Z depth. Okay, I think now it's properly visible. Activate this now it's visible over here, and we can just go over here and add some exposure if required. I think it's okay. Color balance, alright. So if you want, you can take a new blank layer and give a color on top of it. Okay, looks much better now. Although we have painted a white wall, that's the reason it's looking a bit flat, but if you give some kind of a pattern or texture, then it will definitely stand out well. Alright, so we have finished this tutorial with this light passes and everything. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.